Well, hey everyone, how's it going? So, in this video, we're just gonna give you some new news, I guess, and little sneak peek at what we have coming up, as well as talk a little bit about we're gonna be on a little bit of a hiatus, just a little bit, and hey, if you want to talk about that.
I'm going to China for 3 weeks, so there won't be videos probably for about that time.
Yeah, we might be one that we pop up in between there, but yeah, so just want to give you guys a warning. But yeah, I guess so the reason for this video is to introduce Blackie. So this is the car's name. It's Blackie. It was bought that way.
It's always been that name.
It's always been that name. We might come up with a new name.
It's black.
It's a black car, and that's the reason for the name. It's as simple as that. So I sold my convertible, my E30, which I'm really sad about that. But new times call for new changes. So
it does. This is way better.
This is a way better car.
Euro goodness.
It's actually running. It's sturdy, and it's got these really cool, just Euro headlights and Euro bumpers, which I think it's pretty rare around here, just because they're pretty sparse parts, I would say.
Euro patina.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll just kind of give you guys a little bit of a look around that, as well as I know that we didn't properly introduce the vert either, named Jackie, but we'll also have a little bit about her in here, and we'll show you her, and then we'll also show you Blackie. So. Okay, so here's Jackie the E30. So I already got her hood popped a little bit so that way we can take a closer look here. So beautiful girl with the inline 6. I guess just some modifications. We changed the stock air box for a cool short ram air intake, which is kind of just a little ricey thing that we want to do, as well as the big old glaring red strut bar. Adds about 20 horsepower to her, so that's really cool that we were able to do that. We look at this boot was actually brand new about 7 or so months ago. We're already seeing a lot of signs of cracking, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well, it's not my problem anymore. So yeah, I guess that's kind of, I guess there's a few other things that we can talk about under here. Is if you look, there should be some things over in this region that are missing, and that would actually just be the power steering pump. It's supposed to be kind of right around here, as well as there's no reservoir that usually sticks out right around here. So we removed that just because we didn't really need it. We said screw it, and the power steering was already kind of blown, so we decided to take that out. So another thing that, if you look at the front here, you'll notice that we have the old style diving boards, but they're kind of short. And actually how we achieved that was what we call a bumper tuck, which is just us drilling into the shocks that hold the bumpers on there, kind of provide force when you hit something. And we drilled those out so that way all the hydraulic fluid went out, and we were able to push those in. Makes it look a little sleeker and makes it a little bit more dangerous, which all E30 people love. Yeah, so and here's the interior. And really, it looks good. Nothing too fancy here. We got a cool Mexican blanket that we put in the back just because the seat was all just kind of shittied. We got a cool 3-spoke wheel as well. That's something. Yeah, classical cracked dash and all. The top was just done as well about 2 or so years ago, and yeah, so about it. And then we also can see the bumper tuck in the back, which is a little bit more pronounced. Makes it look really kind of a tiny booty. But yeah, and then we also have these crappy 5-spoke American Racing tires or wheels. But yeah, so this is a quick look at Jackie. So the next thing we're gonna do is if we look at the headlights, that's what it should look like. It's pretty bright, and I know on the video it's not going to show just how videos work, shitty. But that one's how bright it should be. This one's a lot duller. And we'll also show you with the brights on, because that's when it actually, this one basically completely turns off, and that's not what we want to have. So just go ahead and do that for you.
All right, let's turn the brights on and check it out.
Yeah.
You can already see it's dimmer, but here. All right, I know the yellow's bright, but look at this one over here. It's like out.
Yeah.
This one.
So, what we're going to do, just kind of give you a lowdown on what's going to happen first, is we're going to take the grill off, and then that will give us access to the bracket which holds the two headlights on. And then from there, we can just take the headlight right out. We have a replacement that we're just going to plug right in and zipper it all up, and it should be good. So we got the grill off, took that off. Right now you can see this collar here, and that's what we're going to want to take off here, and that will give us access to just take the light right out. So we'll be doing that right now.
Just some like Phillips head screws. These are actually painted. They're supposed to be this chrome, but they were kind of rusty. We painted them.
Yeah, this one I think is the worst of the two.
But after that, the light pretty much falls out.
Yeah, I think this one is completely rusted through and stripped, so we will see how that goes, I guess. Okay, so we're literally just gonna pull it right out. Old one, piece of shit. And new one goes right in there.
Garbage. Not garbage.
It looks a lot nicer too. It did look a lot nicer.
Uh-oh. What happened?
It might have cracked while it was in my trunk.
Oh no. Let's take a look.
Take a look at that. So.
Oh no.
You know what?
How bad is it?
It just looks. I'm fine with it. It's fine.
We're fine.
It's fine.
Really? We're fine. That's so rough.
Just yelling fine at the camera.
I'll just line up the screws. You get the idea. Well, it'll take us like 3 hours, so just calm your muscles, ease your steps.
Hey. So got the old headlight right here and the new one installed. So we're just gonna go ahead and turn them on for you. Again, you might not be able to see the difference, but it's we already tested it. It is night and day.
Little bird's eye view. All right, there's the lows. And
so you can really see the difference. And to be honest, when I was driving before, it was so dull that I wouldn't quite call it unsafe, but you know, it just wasn't the most mint situation. So you know, put in the right stuff and your car turns mint. So what we're just going to do is some minor maintenance stuff, just keeping up. So one thing is, since this car had sat for a little bit, kind of smelled a little bit like rat pee or mice pee. So part of that is the air filter. We took it apart to get all the soybeans out because it sat right next to a soybean farm. And we just wanted to clear that out. But noticed it kind of had a funky smell, so we got a new air filter. We're going to put that in. So I had already taken off the hose clamps to here, and I loosened up these bolts that hold it to this bracket here. So literally just going to lift it right out here. Which comes out pretty easily. And then the way that this air box works, it has a bunch of these little doohickey clamps here. So just go around and unclamp the doohickeys.
dingle the dangle.
And voila, it comes right off. So this isn't too dirty. It kind of smells a little bit. Yeah, it still has that funky smell. One thing that I'd like to point out is if you want to bring it over here, so it has a little bit of, so we did the oil change already. It has a little bit of oil right here in the intake. So one thing that we're probably going to do eventually, just like we did on the E30, supercharged E30, is an oil catch can. So this is the old filter, this is the new filter. So you can see this, you know, kind of dirty. You know, it's got a few points that are just kind of, you know, black. You know, it's not too bad. It's not spread all the way around, but you know, we're gonna put a nice new one in there. So
Primo.
overall stank factor.
The stank factor.
Are you still filming?
Yeah, I am filming.
Sweet. So we're just gonna place that right in there. Put this right on top, and then redo the doohickeys. Put that part on top, and then put the little smart part like that. Click it.
Oh.
So many random fucking noises. Helps if you slip from the bottom first. I don't know. Oh well. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten this hose clamp down. Make sure there's no air that can get out of there. Tighten these bolts down. Make sure this is nice and secure, and make some more plastic. Fucking
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically the general maintenance that I was doing tonight. So you know, guys, if you like this, please share, comment, like, and fucking subscribe.